Good morning and afternoon, everybody. My name is AermanReid, and today I'm going to be giving you a full in-depth guide of the Minstrel's Ballad Zodiark's Fall high-end level duty for the Endwalker expansion. I do ask that if you do find this video helpful, you enjoy it, like it, or whatever, be sure to leave a like, share it, comment, all that good stuff, subscribe. And if you want to check out our Twitch channel where you can find us streaming all these things live, be sure to check us out at twitch.tv/AermanReid. Okay, so at the very beginning of the fight, you're going to want to set up these markers in the cardinal and counter cardinal positions of the map. Just the way they are right now, they'll be very helpful and useful in the future. So the first move that is going to happen is this Kakudos. It's going to bring everybody down to 1. A good strategy would be to start where the number 4 is right now. It looks like the letter G to me always, but it's the 4. So a good idea is to always start there, because this next move, the safe zone, is always going to be there every time. Okay. Now, another thing to keep track of, and what's very important, is understanding and learning the patterns of these things that spawn here. These doves, you are safe inside of them. They do donut AoEs, but you are safe inside of them. If you are not inside of one of them, you will die. So be sure that you're inside, because you're going to get hit with the raid-wide attack, if not the donut. The next thing is sticks, which is a stack for the entire party. Everybody has a stack on it, so make sure to pop your mitigation and your regen as well, healers, so that you can live through this and nobody dies. Afterwards, when it's done with regen popping, you should be fine. Just make sure to top everybody off and get back to it. This right here, Anaya, is a tank buster move. It is an AoE attack though, so it does have a bit of a burst. It will hit others if you are around it. So make sure that you are nowhere near the tank whenever that goes off. Make sure that you're constantly upkeeping damage, guys. It is hard to do sometimes whenever you're trying to pay attention to everything, but be sure to do that. This right here is an AoE attack. So it's either going to be purple or it's going to be red. If it's purple, it's going to be a triangle. And if it's red, it's going to be a square. Triangle means there's going to be a triangle AoE attack right in front of it. So as you will see in a moment, it will trigger. There is a second one that is popping up. So right there, you see that red square. I couldn't see it a moment ago, but there was a red square there that popped up as well. So 2 of those are going to pop up. And if we go here, we will see it again. I'll pause it. There is a red square there. And the square means it's going to hit half of the stage on the side that it's on. Triangle is going to be a triangle attack out there. I'll play it one more time so you can see. There's the triangle to my left, now left, and there's the square, half of the stage, and a triangle out in front of it. So moving on. If you're like Black Mage or Sage, you can just stay wherever is safe and just maintain your damage. What's coming up now is going to be, let's see, Paradigma. Now what this is it is going to be a raid-wide attack. Or I'm sorry, it's going to be this thing again, except this time we have Behemoths. Okay, so the doves are donuts. The Behemoths are rectangular, or I'm sorry, the Behemoths are circle attacks on them. And then right here, he is going to be doing a wipe through right in front of him. So make sure that you are on the safe side of the dove so that you do not get hurt or hit, because if you are caught in front of the Zodiark, you will get knocked off the stage and then you will die. So make sure that you are on the safe side of the dove. If you are not, you will die. So again, pay attention to where he's standing, because you can be inside the dove, and if you are not, like if you are in the front of him where the dove is, you will get knocked off. So make sure that you're on the safe side of this dove that you're in, and make sure that you are not in front of the Zodiark, directly in front of on the dove. Okay, and these can be random every time. You know, the positions of all of them can be random every time. Phobos is next. It is a heavy bleed on everybody, so make sure you pop your damage mitigation and regen so that you are able to live through this. It is a lot of damage at the end of it, so you know, make sure both healers pop a regen. That would be ideal. Next, we have another Paradigma. Paradigma, again, is going to be the doves with the behemoths and all that stuff, or the snakes. So now we have snakes, and snakes are a direct line in front of them. Remember, the red means a square, so half of that side of the stage is going to get blasted. So we have to pay attention to the snakes here, and we have to think fast, because the stage is going to now rotate, okay? So the way that I see it is, it's rotating to the left now. The block does not rotate. You do not rotate. Just the snakes rotate. So make sure that you are positioning yourself safely so that the snakes do not hit you whenever it rotates, okay? So if it is hugging a wall, just make sure that you are not touching a wall when it rotates, just like this. Our team got it perfectly right here. So it's going to smack that side of the stage. The snakes are going to do their line attacks, and we should all be good. Hooray. Congrats. Now we are at about the 30% mark. You know, I'm sure when the game and more people have played it more frequently and they're more familiar, then, you know, you'll be past this damage. Sure. You'll have another tank buster. Make sure that you're not standing next to the tank when that happens. And then we have another Paradigma. So on this one, I believe it's going to be what do we got? The snakes again. Okay, but this time, and this confuses a lot of people, it got me all the time. This time he's going to be smacking the stage twice. A Daikia, the safe spot, you can always go in front of him, apparently. I did not know that at the time, but it looks like you can always go, and I dragged him. I was so upset that I pulled him, but we were both safe. So there are 2 safe zones in that. Or apparently you can always just go directly in front of him, where my team went. That is always safe. But he will hit the stage, creating 2 giant circle AoE attacks whenever that happens, and the snakes are going. I was just in the area that had the more space to survive part of it. But there are 2 safe spots. One's just smaller than the other. And I was that guy who rescued him. I tried to save a life, but I didn't matter. Anyways, so you're going to keep on going. Then you have your first damage check. So you have to break these rolling darknesses as fast as you can before that hits 100. Okay, now also make sure that you're attacking the whole time. Also make sure that you're looking for these AoEs. So the green means it's going to be a rectangle straight out in front of it. The triangles, we know what that means. It's going to be a triangle AoE attack. So just make sure that you're keeping up the damage. You got to keep up the damage. So put your dots on range to make sure you're constantly going at it. Just be quick. Next, we have the square, and then we have the diamond. So the diamonds, again, are going straight rectangular out. The green and the red is half of the stage. Make sure you're keeping up the damage. There's the red, and there goes the green. Make sure you're keeping up the damage. You want to break them as fast as you can. Keep going. And then we have our last one here. The triangles with the 2 diamonds. Make sure you position yourself correctly. And if you do break them before those go off, they do disappear. So that's good. Make sure that you are doing your damage mitigation right here. Make sure that you are healing, whatever you got to do for this big attack that's coming up right here. Paladin, this is a great opportunity for you to do your wings pop whatever your best damage mitigation tool is. Now would be the second phase of the fight. And the first thing that you're going to get greeted with is Astral Barrage, I think is what's called. Or Astral something. And this is the stars. A lot of people have trouble with these stars. It can be very confusing. But hopefully if you are watching this, not if, I guess you already are, but watching this will make it a lot easier, a lot better. So what's going to happen is you're going to have a moment where, Astral Eclipse, I'm sorry. You're going to have a moment where you can't hurt them, you can't attack them. So this is a great opportunity, sages, to put those shields on your tanks or on whoever so that you can get your dots back, not damage over times, but the whatever. So Astral Barrage. So pay attention to the pattern. Okay. We're going to rewind a little bit. So look at this pattern here. So we can see, if his text will get out of the way, we can see in this Astral Eclipse, you're looking at the stars. The stars tell you where the attack is going to happen, okay? So right here on this one, this space in front of us is safe, and the one to our left is safe. So we're going to go to the left because it makes more sense to do that. And then the middle is going to be safe next. You see that? The middle is going to be safe next, and then the spot that we're in right now is going to be safe next after that. So I'm watching him as well, also trying to make sure that I'm keeping the damage up, because a lot of people are not dealing damage at all at this time, and you need to be dealing damage this whole time. It goes off, I'm going to the middle because I memorized I go to middle next, and then after that, I'm going to the right from here. And hopefully I don't die in this replay. Okay, good. I did it right. Fantastic. So let me go to the right, and look, see here how you got to pay attention to this. All right, so look, you see how the green, these two greens on the side are already lit up. They're very bright. And this one in the middle is just kind of getting started. That means that these two on the left are going to pop off first, and then it's going to be the middle. Okay, so the two on the side will pop off first, and then you need to go to the middle after. So it pops off, gets safe, and then the middle is going to take the damage. There you go. There you go. So make sure that you're paying attention for all those things. It is a lot going on, but you can get it down, and you will get it down. So just same old thing. Make sure you're dealing damage, but we do have a lot of new stuff coming up. The next thing that's going to happen is going to be Paradigma, except now you do have the added firewall. So the firewall is going to be just a ton of fun. But I will get to it whenever we get there. So now we are doing Astral Flow. Now it is the same old thing, but now these are rotating. Okay, so make sure that you're going there. There's the firewall. The firewall is going to do a ton of damage. You need to be on the side of the wall that you will not get caught when it rotates. I'm on the left side of the wall because the firewall comes up. It's rotating away from me. The dove is coming to me because the platform rotated. It's dropping me, and I am now safe, and I did not get caught by the firewall. The firewall gets a lot of people, and it is very confusing, but once you understand it, you're good. Just make sure that you're not caught on the firewall whenever it's rotating, and make sure that you are positioned properly so that you are not caught in the wrong spawn behemoth dove thing. Okay, next we have another tank buster AoE, so make sure you're not next to the tank, and be sure to top him off with some shield, so that way he doesn't die or just take unnecessary ridiculous damage. Again, guys, make sure you're just dealing as much damage as possible at all times, so that you can knock this thing down quick. The next thing that we have is an Exoterracos. Okay, now this one you got to pay attention to the order and what's going on. So right now there is a red block to the right of me, and then after that there is going to be a attack on him. So he's looking straight out. Make sure that you are positioned properly. Get away from him and get away from that side of the stage, so that you do not get caught. Otherwise you will die. Make sure you are protected for that. After that attack, make sure that you're, again, keeping up damage as much as possible. And you are going to be faced with, I believe, is the double slam move, but I could be wrong. Let me check here. I don't want to speed it up because I want y'all to be able to have time. Paradigma. Okay, so another Paradigma. This is like the main thing, and it's kind of like a brain F every time with these. So now we have 4 doves. We have 4 doves now, and the platform is rotating, and we have the firewall. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is we need to make sure that we are on the right side of this line, because it is going to be rotating, and we have snakes. So make sure, like, my brain was breaking on this one, I'm not even going to lie. But make sure that you are safe from the snakes, and make sure that you are going to the right dove as well, and make sure that you're not on the wrong side of the firewall. Luckily, I was right. My team did it correct. And then you have a Styx, so make sure you're popping damage mitigation, heal those who got hurt by the mechanic, and make sure that you are casting Regen as well, so that you're able to keep up with the damage. It is a lot. It's a lot that's going on, but with practice, you'll get it down. On that one, I wouldn't focus on the doves because you know you're going to be protected from the doves. Just make sure you're in the right spot for the snakes and the right side for the wall. Next, we have this mechanic where we have the block hitting that whole half of the side. We have the block hitting that whole half of the side, so we're safe right here. And then I believe we get a triangle for the final one. Yep, and we're safe again. So we are safe in this corner, and it's going to hit in that order. Make sure you're keeping up with your damage. Those are going to hit in that order. Then I believe he also chooses a side either here, now, or he does do it later. Adds on top of it. But the square, and then the triangle pops off. Now he is doing his double slam move. I don't think I caught it, or maybe I did. I did catch it. Normally I mess that up and I forget. But make sure you are on the like right below his chin kind of deal. That way you are safe from that. And then just back to it. Keep up the damage. Very good job. All these things happen very quickly, so just you got to make sure you're paying attention the whole time. Okay. But once you understand it, it is a lot easier and it is a lot of fun. The next thing to do is another Astral Eclipse. So another, again, great opportunity to put that shield on your team. Sages to put the shield on the paladin and yourself and all that stuff, just so you can get those diacons back. I believe is what it's called. Pay attention to the pattern. So in this pattern, we're going to be going behind us for that. And then the next pattern is going to be in the middle, is safe. And then the next one after that is going to be to the right. And then here we go. So Astral Eclipse, we're safe here. It's going to fire. Go to the middle next. There we go. And then we're paying attention to the next star. We're going to the right. There we go. Perfect. Very good. And then look, he's on the side, so we got to make sure after those go off that we are moving and grooving over to the side so we are not in front of him. You do have a good amount of time to get away. I should have rescued him. Okay, he made it. Good job. So keep it up. Keep up the damage. I only mention the damage so much because there is a lot of times where you'll be focusing on trying to figure out what's going on and you might not be putting up damage, but just make sure you always are. Dots, all that good stuff. Another tank buster, AoE attack. So again, make sure you're nowhere near the tank whenever that goes off. And then heal accordingly. After that, you're going to be doing another one of those, the snakes and the, there it is, another paradigma. So for this one, make sure that you are thinking quickly. Make sure that you are positioning yourself properly. We have snakes, and we have this time a triangle. So make sure that you are moving properly for this. As soon as you see those arrows moving, and even before you see the arrows moving, you can already position yourself properly, okay? So I actually am in the perfect spot. I don't have to move at all. I am good to go. I am going to be safe. Although I did second guess myself and I did go to them because I wasn't sure. I felt bad. I thought I was in the wrong, but I was in the perfect spot. And because of that, I took damage. My whole team took damage. But I was in the right spot before. And I succumbed to peer pressure. But watch out, because afterwards you have these AoE attacks that drop on everybody. And then you immediately have another stack, so make sure you are healing and doing your damage mitigation that you do not die. Pop your shield bubbles, Panheima, all that good stuff. The barrages, they suck. They hurt. So make sure that you're mitigating the damage properly. After that, you should be close. If you're doing maximum damage and like max uptime, you might be able to kill him even at this point. But we have another Exotericos. So we have a triangle to the left because it's a purple beam. And then we're going to have another one coming up. Where is it? Oh, the triple esoteric ray. Okay, so it's a triangle, and we have those two rectangles. The triangle, yeah, so we need to make sure that we're positioning ourselves properly for that. Triangle hits at the same time as the rectangles, and then we need to move into the safe zone after those fire to dodge the middle rectangle, okay? I'm not sure. I'm sorry. I'm sure that can be random. I'm sure it can be the block, and I'm sure it can be triangles instead of this or that. So just be aware of that. Make sure you're memorizing the patterns as far as square, triangle, rectangles, all that good stuff. And just position yourself accordingly. Next, we have the Behemoths and the Doves. Platform is going to rotate, and we have a square on the end. We just got to know where it's going to rotate to. You know it's going to rotate, so you can go ahead and just stand on a behemoth because it's going to happen. So we know it's rotating that way, but you got to watch out for the fire. So the right answer, I actually don't know. Oh, it's right here. It's right where I'm standing, right to the left. So right to the left of the behemoth, so that the wall does not hit you. It should stop right next to me. The wall should stop right next to me, and I should be inside the dove, and the square is not going to hit me. So I'm in the dove, the wall does not hit me, and the square pops off. And everybody's safe, and we're all good. And we are still dealing our damage. We're keeping the uptime. And next we have a Phobos, which is again a heavy bleed on everybody. So make sure that you're popping your damage mitigation. Make sure that you're popping your region as well, and healing for this because it does hurt. It will kill you quick. It is similar to the E11 Savage bleed that occurs in that. So just make sure you're healing for that, and make sure again that you're dealing with possible. You want to kill this thing quick. Next thing that we have is a Triamorphos Extericos, which is again the same thing that we just had. But it's going to pop up a triangle this time, and it should give either squares. Okay, there it is. So there's the triangle, there's the square, we are safe. And then the last one is going to be their square. So we got to move quick. Triangle happens, except I made a mistake. I jumped the gun. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. No. I got smacked. I was getting ahead of myself. You can see the look on my face. I felt very stupid. And then that goes off, and then he is in position, so make sure that you are not in front of him. Make sure you're moving, keeping up your dot. My dot is not on because I was freaking out. But make sure that you're constantly moving and constantly paying attention, unlike me. So next we have another stack. So make sure again that you're popping your damage mitigation and region as well to combat the barrage. You're almost done. He's at 4% for my party. Again, these are not the best runs, guys. These are just what I'm working with at the time. Guys, if you found this guide helpful or know anybody that might find it helpful, do me a favor, please leave a like, comment, share, all that good stuff. Check out my channel for another guide on the Hydaelyn high-end duty. And check out our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/AermanReid. We stream this every day, and we are always doing the in-game content in Endwalker. Here we go. We have another one of these mechanics, but hopefully you kill it before it happens, like we did. Thank you guys so much for watching the pop-off. And I hope that y'all have an amazing day. Remember to like, comment, let me know what y'all think. Check out the Twitch channel, guys. I hope that y'all have an amazing day. And I will see y'all later. Goodbye. Thank you.